Hello and welcome. Let me just get this out of the way. So, what you're seeing here is my debut as a VTuber. So, I've been working on this model for like like a week actually. Quite impressive. But since it was very simple and easy to make, all this was done by scratch, by the way. Like, I could have simply just commissioned an artist or like a rigger to do this, but I decided to pull the Giga Chad move and do it all by myself. Sometimes, if you want to be able to get your shit out there, you gotta learn the fucking hard way. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, not everyone has like the art skills to be able to do so, but it's perfectly okay. Just to not be able to do your own kind of stuff. But something that's very simplistic is okay. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, cause I don't want to reveal too much right away. So we're slowly going to start from the bottom and up to the top. Now, again, just to let you be clear, like, this is not like going to be like a super high quality model or anything like that. Considering that this was all done by me from scratch, from the ground up, and it took me like a couple of days to do the model first, and then a week to do all the rigging. So there's always room for improvement, and if you want to see my model get improved, then feedback is always appreciated. I like to see myself grow as a person and also my art skills, and that also extends to like this model. So if you have any particular things that you need to say, then please let me know. But right now, it is time to show off the model. I've been like, I want to try and like get it as quickly as I possibly can, without like any delays. Without further delay, here is the model, and we got the mood, we got the song, we got the music playing in the right mood. So, all right, oops, we got a little bit too far, but there we are. We got the feet. We got the feet going. Yeah, you see them? You see these feet, these boots? Very nice, very stylish. Got my custom crayons all up on there. I can probably change them to be whatever color that I want. It doesn't have to be just orange and blue on the way. We'll talk about more of that later, but it's a very simple boot. But I like them. They're very nice, stylish. And so we also got the socks. The socks are very nice. They're a bit asymmetrical because um in real life I kind of just don't ever wear matching socks because like I got no time for that. Nobody got no time for that. So you know, just straight up no socks are gonna be matching here. So up next, we got the skirt and the gloves. Now, again, I did try my best to make the skirt a little bit more flowy, but for what it is, it still works just fine for what it is. It could be better, of course, but the problem is can be solved very easily, just by pure just sheer willpower and just powering through. And so I also got these gloves. They're also very nice as well. You know, got the same kind of styles like the shoes below. Custom made and all that. Again, everything else you see here, it basically just changed colors. And you get to see the upper body. Now, as you can see, this is a very like simplistic dress. We can always like work on just getting more shit done whenever we want to. I don't got no chest. Like, basically, I'm as flat as a fucking board at the very least. So, you're not getting any Bua physics. You do get the hair physics, though. Again, kind of a little janky, but, you know, as you can see, it's very stylish with, like, you know, some blue streaks in there. Yeah, got blue hair and pronouns. What do you got to say about that? Even though my actual hair isn't actually blue IRL, but maybe one day I probably would like it to be. Very cool. And so, as we make our way up, well, you'll be able to see my face. And so, here it is. Here's my face, and I'm just gonna be showing it off. 3, 2, 1. Bah! Yes, it's me. This is my model that I made all the way from scratch. Hang on, let me see, cause like I'm a little bit too far back. So yeah, as you can see, this is like my whole ass model that I put in all the time and effort to make it look as good as possible, or at least like within my skill levels. So there's always room for improvement, and quite frankly, I can always do better. I can always improve. Learning along the way is a clear path for every artist that they must follow. You don't improve, you just stagnate. It's just how it is. But, you know, I just really, like, it's very nice. I kind of quite like it. It's not quite, like, smooth or anything, but, for what I had to work with, and within my style and limitations, this works pretty well, actually. You know, got some nice hair physics, at least up in the front. Like the backs, it could be better, it could be so much better, but again, I can always edit it whenever I fucking need to. It's only the first week, so I'm not gonna change too much about it yet, but yeah, so yeah. I'm not much of one to like discuss about certain topics and shit, because I just yap. I like fucking yapping, like a dumbass, no matter what. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, without at least some kind of proper introduction. So, hi, I'm Jackie, the Crayon Idol Vtuber, and so I kind of want to get you all through this freaking a slideshow that I have prepared for you all. So, let me see. I'm going to get that set up real quickly. Hang on 1 minute. I will put this all into the side and put on some new music. Just give me one single moment. Alright, yeah, now that's the mood setter. So, I'm still getting the presentation all ready. So, give me a second, and you will all see just what I got planned, what I got cooking in the oven. Alright, so I think my freaking thing should be ready in a minute. So Yep. Yeah, we got the slideshow ready. So, all right, I'm back. So this right here is my presentation. Now, I will warn you that like I may be an artist and I can draw kind of decently, but like graphic design, it's not my passion. It's not. No matter what, it will never be my passion. No matter what, I can't design a design worth of shit that actually kind of looks good. So you're going to have to tolerate the basic ass like presentation that I made. So this was all made in like pretty much like 30 minutes. I could have like done some shit like maybe a few hours or like during the weekend, but like I kind of have poor scheduling sometimes. I'm gonna fix that eventually. Don't worry. Um, so first off, yeah, this is me. Um, who am I? I am Crayon Jackie, the crayon themed idol VTuber, which as you can see, I got some crayons up in my hair, and all over the gloves and the shoes and the boots. And birthday is in the 8th of August, which is pretty easy to remember and not really that hard to like just figure out. It doesn't matter which country you're from. It's always 8/8, no matter what. Just the August of 8th or the 8th of August. It quite frankly could not matter any more than it should, because we all are equally here in the um in the um in the crayon box right here. So in terms of ocean marks, like I guess that's probably what you call like your your one true idol, the one that you stand by and that you wanna stand. And so I guess if you want to, uh, and show off your support for me, then like just use these emojis right here, the crayon and the microphone, because it's a bit obvious of what I'm going for. As for height, uh, I don't know, I don't care. I just whatever your headcanon is, you can imagine me as short, tall, uh a short stack, a tall ass gremlin, anything that your head can imagine. Just whatever you think is the funniest. There really is no canon height. I guess if I had to give off like an estimate of like an actual height, then just say like 5'9" or something. Like 5'9", I guess would be the correct fit, but I never actually took into account how tall this model might be. So if there's any like collaborations or something and I stand next to somebody, I'm either going to be tall as shit or small as fuck. One of the two. And again, I don't care which one it is. Whatever one is funnier, then that's fine. And also, as I've stated before, model and rigging, all by me. Because, money is very tight, and VTuber models and rigging is very, very pricey. And I am poor. I'm just like, I'm just dead ass with you. I'm poor as shit, bro. Not like homeless poor or like poverty poor, but like I kind of don't have enough to just like get like a really high quality model. But even so, uh, I'm probably just more of the cartoony like style anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Even if I did this shit myself, it would still take about maybe 2 weeks to like do it on your own. Just look up like YouTube videos and tutorials, or like ask like some artists online that are totally 100% like okay with you like DMing them, as long as you don't like try to get free shit off them. That's fucking lame. Don't ever fucking do that. Ever. You better not catch me ever trying to like swindle some shit out of people, okay? That's some hard-earned money that they need. You better give it to them. Uh, okay. Moving on from that, why did I become a VTuber? Well, first off, I want to give you a shout out to my friend RK010. He's a well, he's a good friend of mine, and yes, I did say he, despite the model of his being like a tall demon goat lady. He does have a masculine voice and goes by he and pronouns, but he's a very cool, funny guy. He makes really cool art, and the funny thing is, he also did this too, with like within 2 weeks of making the model and rigging it on his own. And there was just like this one detail, as you can see, the rings on him are like all 2D animated, but like it was made to look almost specifically 3D, and like that's very cool. I like it. I love the detail of it and how much effort he's gone through. And funny enough, it's also just basically like a high effort shit post. If you ever just talk to my friend RK, like he'll do almost anything for like a shit post, like a high effort shit post that kind of doesn't really need to exist, but uh, he will do it anyways. He's autistic just like me. Like we autistic buddies stick together, even through our dumbest hyperfixations. It's just how it is, no matter what. But yeah, the one reason I don't list a whole lot of other shit, but I'm just going to put them anyways, is that I want to be more expressive in my, in my models, because I always just used to have like a PNG tuber, and I feel like that not only do I want to show off my art in like a very fun and expressive way, because I got shit like this, the fucking rock, the rock eyebrow. That's a very fun expressions. I got more, but like honestly, they're just kind of basic and don't really have much of a mouth movement. But stuff like that, and also seeing like have the creativity of so many different like VTuber designs, like just like doctors, bugs, n- I was going to say like a whole bunch of different animals and shit. Not just like the basic dogs, cats, foxes, wolves, all that shit that you've probably seen like about 100 times. But I feel like because there's like some untapped potential for so many designs that you could do, and I also have like a bunch of like palettes that I want to make with this, but we'll talk about that more later. But yes, the biggest reason why is because of my friend. I just got encouraged and inspired by him to do this. So shout out to my friend RK010. Go follow him. He makes cool art. He's the pro body game player, as you can see. But yeah, moving on to our other list. In terms of socials and like hashtags, um pretty much it's just I pretty much am always just gonna be referred to as Crayon Jackie as in every social media feed that I currently have on YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, Twitch, TikTok. And as for art tags, um I wanted to do something that like because every other like tuber has like their own like art tag for what they have in terms of like their name but as art. So I don't know, I just thought of just like Crayart Jackie. Not the most creative way to have as an art tag, but we're working with what we got here. My budget is very limited, but you know what? We roll with what we got. Um, just yeah, every social, Crayon Jackie, can't really miss it. I don't really try to like hide my name all that much in any other kinds of socials and shit. So there you go. Now the lore. What's the lore behind me? Every YouTuber. I mean, not every YouTuber has a lore. Like, I pray some the YouTuber lores don't go as far as you know, doing various crimes that I certainly will never do. Like, I can promise you that I am too socially awkward and dumb to do that kind of shit. Okay, I promise you that. But what's the lore? Every VTuber's got some weird lore behind their design, even if it's like you don't really need to, but it's kind of a way to just get in character, to get in line with your audience and get familiar with your type of content. So what's the lore? Uh, I just ate a crayon, so I'm an idol now. Don't don't eat crayons, y'all. As you could tell, this is not actual serious lore. I don't really have one, at least not at the moment. I don't have like a super serious big lore that I want to do. So, take this with a grain of salt that I just don't really have lore at the moment. I just kind of want to chill, you know? I just want to be a gal. A silly little guy. That does it. Anyways, moving on. I got some likes and dislikes. The likes, I like sweets. I really like sweets. Any kind of like mostly sweet stuff. Like I had peach cobbler the other day. It was so fucking good, man. Ugh. I'm sorry. I don't wanna goon live on stream on my debut. That's just wrong of me. I don't encourage the gooning behavior. And so because of that, I also really like cooking. Cooking is very fun, very cool. You get to make a lot of different meals, some healthy ones, some incredibly unhealthy ones if you want to. Because what? You want me to like fucking buy McDonald's all my goddamn life every week? That costs like $10? No, no, bro. Just cook your shit. Cook that shit at home. You can make a burger that tastes 10 times better than any fast food you've ever had in like the past decade. Just from making your own seasonings and not be oily or fat as fuck. And this isn't like an insult to like those that like can't afford to cook, but like, you know, cooking is always like a good skill to have, and I recommend everybody do it. I don't care how old or how young you are. If Ratatouille has taught me anything, is that anyone can cook. Speaking of animation, um, yeah, that's also one of my favorite things is animating in animation in general. It doesn't matter if it's cartoons, anime, uh, live 2D stuff, all that shit just gets me pumping, gets me excited. It just makes me want to learn a whole lot of shit that I just have like all these different like you know how everybody has like those like whenever they watch a music video of like any kind of like animation or something like that, they always imagine a cool fight scene in their head that they wish they could draw, but just can't because they just don't have the art skills to do so, or they lack the patience or the time to learn it, or they just don't have the time to be able to do all that kind of stuff. And like it's understandable, but you know, I'm not really that busy all these days, so I'm fine with just learning and doing all this cool shit. Plus, it's kind of what inspired me to like make art in the first place. Um, as for other non sequitur remaining, that's also why I also did drawing, because you know drawing shit is what basically inspired me to like do this in the first place. Sometimes my art style changes a little bit every now and then, but experimenting is always fun. I mean, heck, the first time I actually wanted to like make like a VTuber design, I kind of wanted to do like this like common writer ass like design at first, but I don't know how to make it like that good or with anything that complicated. It just like despite how maybe slightly easier it'd be that like I don't have to animate the eyes or the mouth or anything else that's like particular face wise, just the helmet. Speaking of tokusatsu, you know, that's another one of my likes. There's probably a bunch of other likes that I would have, but these are my 5 main ones that you should know to get to know me. So anything tokusatsu related, that includes Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider. I haven't seen Ultraman, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So, you know, maybe we should check that out. Maybe. I would definitely love to check out all that shit. Considering that like it's been a part of my hyperfixation for like the past month, and I can't get it out of my head. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch most of it because I've been busy making this damn model. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Again, I can always fix it still, but now that I don't have to worry about that anymore, and maybe after this stream, I'm probably just gonna go watch more Super Sentai, because I've heard Gojuger, the 50th anniversary of Super Sentai, it's pretty damn good, especially since Power Rangers is just doing MMPR, you know, Mighty Morphin, again, for like the 3rd fucking time, but with like AI, and I'm just like, ew, what, why? Why do you keep doing this? Just let MMPR die. If you're not gonna do shit with it, and instead try to make it worse with AI, like, I would rather just fucking shoot myself. And like, I don't mean this in like the most like, no, I will mean this in like 100% with the harshest way possible. I would rather me myself try to learn every single thing by hand. Like, I don't care how hard this shit is or how much effort it takes to make like model rigging or all that. I'd rather do this shit all by myself than ever use AI. I will never fucking ever use AI. You got that? I will never fucking use it. And if you use AI for your fucking projects and shit instead of real artists because you're a cheap, lazy asshole, die. In Minecraft. Yeah. I should have put that as my dislikes, but quite frankly, outside of that, I don't really have that many dislikes. Cold weather, I just don't like the cold weather, man. Winter sucks. Some people do say that like summer is ass, and like understandable, but at least I could do shit in the summer. You know, I could go to theme parks. I can, you know, cool myself off with some nice like cool shit. Okay, maybe like standing in a sweaty ass, hot ass room with like your butt ass naked and just having the fan on. That sucks ass. That's why spring, autumn, superior Chad seasons. They both suck equally, but in different ways. But at least winter, I don't have to worry about shoveling the snow off my fucking drive-through or some shit. So it kind of sucks in general. Plus, cold weather, my hands start freezing, and my lips dry very fast. So none of it is fun. None of it. Nobody likes any of these weathers. You know that. Hold on, let me go get my fucking water. I've been speaking for like almost 30 minutes straight without drinking anything. So the next dislikes, annoying people. Like, you know, like this is really just in general, but like specifically, like I'm not sure if I was able to put it here, but like specifically the type of people on Twitter that argue about everything and nothing at the same time. Like it's all just a big waste of fucking time. Like, why? Why are you doing this? There's no reason for any of this shit to even exist. You're just simply arguing about the pettiest shit imaginable and being annoying as hell. Like, shut up, bro. We don't care. Whatever you're arguing about, you're gonna forget about it the next day. That includes like people, you know, just coming in, loitering, and all that shit. I also kind of work retail for a little bit, and let me tell you, I really just don't like these stupid annoying people. Like, it really just depends on the irritation level from 1 to 10. Most days, sometimes in a boring day, it's like about 4. But like some days it could be like a 7 where I'm just like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you, just leave me alone. And the third dislike, League of Legends. I mean, self-explanatory. It's fucking League of Legends. But like, I don't really hate it like that much. But like, I did try it once, like 2, 3 years ago, and I just don't really like MOBAs. I just don't see the appeal to most of them. Pokemon Unite, pass. Dota 2, probably ass, but I haven't played it. Deadlock, actually, it's a pretty good from what I played, like almost a year ago, like half a year ago. Then they changed it, so it's like, oh, well, that sucks. Anyways, I'm just gonna go continue play other, not MOBA games. Also Valorant to an extent, and Riot in general, because like, you know how like people talk about how toxic the the Riot community is, and how weird it is, and how you might get called like a bunch of racial slurs or homophobic slurs in the chat, and couples um doing incredibly cringy and like awful fucking like role plays. And I'm like, ew, no, stop. Anyways, that's enough of that. That's enough of talking about shit I don't like. So I probably didn't. Like I said, this is completely done. At the last fucking minute. So there's no like guideline or like flow through this shit. So what do you expect from me out of these streams? What do I normally stream after this debut? What's gonna happen? So pretty much not a lot changes, but what I do expect you to for me to stream is that I like streaming 6th generation console games. I didn't even fucking. Oh god, I messed up. I messed up. Go back. I fucking messed up the goddamn thing so badly. Just pretend you didn't see that. That was so bad. That was so bad. Hang on. Go. We're just gonna pretend we didn't fucking see that. That was. This is kind of why I can't do these fucking things. I just did not prepare that entirely at all. Anyways, back to what I was saying before I was really interrupted. I pressed the wrong I pressed the wrong freaking window. So what streams do you expect from me? Well, I like to stream a lot of like 6th generation console games. Includes like, you know, PS2, GameCube, and the Xbox and Dreamcast. You know, those are the goats. The goats of gaming. You know, like that's my pinnacle childhood games. And I kind of want to like stream like just a whole bunch of them, because everybody kind of just streams like, you know, the current AAA games, and I'm just over here like, yeah, I'm just gonna chill with GTA San Andreas, and also Tekken 5, you know, all my usual stuff that I played like nearly 20 years ago, when I was like 10 years old. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. Ew, no. But yeah, I just kind of prefer playing more older games, because most modern games either are not my cup of tea, not that I won't stream them or play them, just too expensive for me, and also the most of them are just live service slop. And also that includes retro games, which include like PS1, maybe like N64, and the Wii. Yes, I said it. I said it. The Wii is a retro console. You gotta live with it. It's been like 20 years since like the Wii launched, almost 20 years at this point. So yeah, it's about as old as like when the Xbox 360 launched, or like back when like the 360 or like the Wii was like 15 years older than like the NES and SNES. We're all getting old, and that this is a reality that we must all live with. I mean, I'm not saying like the Wii is like a retro console like an NES. God no. God no. I am not that fucking old. I am not letting a younger Zoomer and or Gen Alpha call the fucking Wii an ancient old ass console. I will die before I ever call the Wii U a fucking retro console. Don't ever say that about it. I am going to feel like a grandma before I even reach the age of 30. Don't do that, please. And in terms of like other variety games that I would like to stream. That really just extends to literally anything. That includes shit like, like action games or RPGs. I play a bit of some like maybe an MMO of some kind, or just fighting games. Speaking of, let's get on to my current likes and stuff. My favorite things ever. So, in terms of like my favorite things, it's mostly just, as I said, animation and cartoons. So one of the first ones that you can see right here is SpongeBob. That's like one of my fucking favorite childhood things ever growing up. Cause like this is what I used to watch this shit like 24 goddamn 7. Like this was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And at least like the first 3, 4, maybe 5 seasons a bit. Like I haven't watched a whole lot of like modern SpongeBob, but from what I've seen, it's not that bad. If you ignore um, most seasons 6 through 9, and those episodes are either just mid or straight hot garbage. But this was just like my favorite childhood thing. It was like my inspiration of like what got me into like animation, cartoons, and all that stuff. So without SpongeBob, I would probably, I don't know, be a boring ass basic bitch. But being a basic bitch sucks. So yeah, the other one I would like to say is like regular show. Again, none of this shit is completely made in a good orderly fashion. But that was also like two actually I'm just gonna talk about 2 of these shows. Regular Show and Gumball. These are like 2 of like my favorite like Cartoon Network shows, or at least like cause I was kind of a little bit of like a Nickelodeon girly growing up. Because I used to watch like a whole bunch of like SpongeBob, uh there's a Teenage Robot and Fairly Odd Parents. They're not like my favorite shows or anything, but I like to watch them. But at least when I think about shows that I like to rewatch constantly, and like every so often, or have inspired me in some way, these 2, at least these particular Cartoon Network shows, are like my favorite, just because of just the insane stupid shit that happens into them, and also just really goddamn funny. Like, I just really like the style of, like, how Gumball has, like, all these different, like, cartoon characters in different styles, like a 2D, 3D, Flash, all that stuff. It's got, like, meta humor, the political kind of commentary and all that. It just tackles a whole lot of different shit. And, like, even though I watched this, like, 10 years ago, I still go back and rewatch. I'm currently rewatching it right now. And, like, a lot of the episodes still, like, hold up, mostly. And, like, there's at least one or like a couple of episodes every season that at least get a chuckle on me or make me but gusting laughing. I probably said that wrong, but words hard to articulate. Same with regular show, since like it's a lot more made for older audiences. At least probably maybe when it was came out, it was probably made for like what the teenagers or young adult kind of crowd, and that's probably what the 2010s era of like Cartoon Network was with Adventure Time and Steven Universe is. Only except Gumball, but like still, that's beside the point. As besides the fucking point. But I really like the show. You know, I really like Monica and Rigby and how like they're insane, crazy antics. Think about like, yeah, we don't want to fucking mow the lawn. Let's just like go, I don't know, get like a bunch of garden gnomes to like mow the fucking lawn for us, and then all of a sudden they start taking over the goddamn park, and like fucking Lucifer of like gnomes start fucking attacking the city and shit. It just gets insane almost every episode. The same with Gumball. Actually, you know, I also wanted to mention South Park for a little bit, since, you know, it is a bit more edgy for everyone's taste, and not everyone is going to like it. That's completely fine, but I still really like the fucking show. I just think it's funny as shit, just because it doesn't hold back really most of its fucking like people that they make fun of and the topics they go over. And like a lot of there's just also like a really lot of funny like quotes and shit from it, and a lot of funny episodes. And what you may notice about these four like cartoons in general is that like it's the genre that I would like to call stupid crazy people do stupid crazy shit. Like that's just like my favorite type of show, is just watching these crazy assholes do a bunch of stupid shit, and like the situations that they get into escalate to such like an absolute absurd fucking like degree that like it's just so ridiculously funny. Like the type of shit you would see in South Park, you probably would not see in a lot of modern cartoons or like any show for that matter, just because the writers just do not give a fuck. Like, like unironically, one of my favorite episodes, and yes, I am being dead fucking serious when I say this. I'm not joking in any way. Don't cancel me, cause I'm you can see my skin color, right? Okay, so one of my favorite episodes of the show is the one episode where Randy says the N-word on live television during a game of Wheel of Fortune. That shit gets me laughing every single time. Like, and I don't mean like a censored, like the soft A N-word. I mean the hard R N-word. The hard R. The word you cannot say on Twitch, or you get banned. I'm not saying it either. Like, I can say the soft A, but you're not getting me to say the N-word. No, oh, no way. Not even for a joke, not for $1,000,000, not for nothing. Don't expect shit from me. But yeah, like I said, it's just really funny. I just find that shit like hilarious. Speaking of, like, I also like a couple of like animes and stuff. I don't really talk about it as much as I do with like cartoons, but they're in the same vein of like well, like animation and getting inspiration from each other. And One Piece is probably one of them. One Piece was like, well, I read the manga, not like the anime, but I have seen bits of the anime here and there. Like, I was reading One Piece during the time which I was like just bored as shit, and didn't really have a job or anything like that. So it's like it's one of those things where I just binge shit because I'm unemployed. I would like to call it the unemployment arc. It sucks every single time, but you know, the end of it is always worth it because you get to do some cool shit. Um, and so with that, I would say that like One Piece has like a lot of really good characters and like really great writing. The world building is amazing, and I know not everyone vibes with the art style, and that's okay. It's weird. It's very intentionally ugly, and with the female characters, at least post time skip, it's kind of very samey. Like they all just look like Nami. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I really just like all the characters. I think Luffy's a really funny guy. Zoro's really fucking cool. Sanji, he could be a bit annoying sometimes with his being a massive gooner, but when he does cool shit, he does cool shit. He can cook, literally. That bro can cook. He can make some good ass food. He's got cool kicks. He doesn't use punches. He kicks. Except he can't fight women. He simps for every woman he sees. But I just really like all the art. I've been following it. I read the manga for like about 3 months now. When I a couple of years ago, back in 2023, that was an absolute blast, and I will not forget it. Next up is Gurren Lagann. That this is like probably my favorite anime ever, just because like again, it's like the same level like almost all these other shows, but maybe a little bit less comedically focused on stupid assholes or crazy stupid assholes doing crazy stupid shit. But this is just where crazy shit happens and it escalates really really quickly, and like the action just gets more absurd and absurd, but like it's just so hype as fuck that like I cannot like help but like smile at it every time like I watch it. It's just like pure adrenaline rush. That goes for most like Gainax shows, and because they have like a lot of cool style, animation, and all that, and just like extreme over the top action that I just fucking love. And that like not everyone buys that kind of show. That's fine, but I fucking love it. And speaking of Gynax, or Trigger, there's Panty and Stalking, which I really also enjoyed the time watching it. It's also one of the inspirations of, hey, you can make an anime with a non-traditional anime art style. Just make it based on a cartoon. Which, funny enough, the reason why this was fucking made was because like the creators like just sat down and just got really fucking drunk and watched Tron together, and they were like, yeah, this shit is fucking stupid and hilarious. We should make a show based off of this, or just like fuck it, let's just make a cartoon looking ass like show. And like people hated it because like they say fuck a whole lot. More specifically, Panty, because she literally fucks like 100 men in the show. But like I vibe with Stalking's design. I really like it. I really love her design. I even cosplayed her a couple of times. So yeah, and I also look forward to season two because it just looks really really good. And I'm glad that the bitches are back. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of favorite things, more things. We're now moving on to the video games, cause I'm a gamer. The top thing I would like to mention is fighting games. Like I'm a big fighting game gal. That's what I grew up on. Like pretty much like Tekken, Guilty Gear, Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, Bloody Roar, Under Night, Soul. No, I already mentioned Soul Calibur. Fucking Blaze Blue, Ram Blue, um, Mortal Kombat. Fucking Arcana Hearts. Persona. Like a whole fuckload of fighting games. I've played them. Like almost any fighting game I could play, you could get me to like them. I've been playing a lot of fighting games recently with like Virtual Fighter. That's coming back. I like that. Play some Guilty Gear. Well, not Strive. I don't really like Strive, despite me. Um, you know. But anyways, that doesn't matter. I still like plus R and XR, so that's all that matters. But yeah, fighting games are like my one true blood and soul, and I'm not necessarily burned out by them right now. But considering that I'm playing Grand Blue at the moment, I'm like, I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. Yeah. I just love fighting games so much. They're probably the one reason that like I ever got into like just about streaming or like doing anything in general, that like it caused me to like reach out to so many people and thrive within the community. And that's like the best thing about it. Like some weirdos that may exist in some communities, they always will, no matter what. But fighting games always have a soft spot in my heart, and I will never forget that. Sorry, I just had to drink some water, but yeah. And the next one, probably my favorite game of all time, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I adore this absolute a classic, this hood classic GameCube game. I also got like a remake back in 2024, and I really enjoyed that a lot. It made me smile. It made me cry. Like very rarely does a video game ever make me cry, and if it does, it's like almost a 10 out of 10 or like a 9 out of 10. Like period. Like you have to actually reach into my fucking like skull and emotions and manipulate the shit out of me to make me like your video game. If you make me cry, then you done a good job. But yeah, I really just love Paper Mario Thousand Door. You know, the story very simplistic but very enjoyable. But the characters are like probably the best thing about it. It's very funny. It's got a lot of really cool like locations, variety of like different toads and like enemies and locations and music. You don't really get with a whole lot of the other like Paper Mario games outside of, like maybe Super Paper Mario and like Origami King from what I've heard. But I'll probably play like the other like Paper Mario games because this is the only one that I played. At least like I played Sticker Star, but Sticker Star fucking sucks. Moving on from that, I also played the Final Fantasy series. Like, that was another thing that I binged last year. Because Unemployment Arc 2, the return of the broke bitch. So yeah, I was broke as shit back then, like a year ago, and was very kind of depressed a little bit with not having enough money or anything like that. So I just said, you know what, fuck it, let's just start a marathon of a game just to like cope with me being kind of broke and depressed. So started with the first one, I enjoyed it, and then just played through all of them, every single one. Well, except maybe 11, but like every game I have played and like have some thoughts on. I'm not gonna get too deep into that, but the ones that I would like to specifically mention is X or 10. That's my favorite one out of the bunch. If I had to pick a top three, it would be 10, 6, and 9. I think 9 and 6 flip flop every so often just because they're both really great, but not like my favorite. It just doesn't really like personally hit me with such. 9 almost comes close, almost came very close to being my favorite, but like, yeah, that that slowdown did not help me. Like, thank God there was a speed up button. Otherwise, uh, I would I would not like it as much. But everything else about Nine is really good. Story, characters, art, those are all really really good. And I'm just gonna be real. I'm not the type of person to ask for remakes of games, but like I feel like Nine really needs it just for it to be like almost the best Final Fantasy game because like it has everything else that like almost 10 has, but maybe slightly better. It just has like that gameplay just ugh, just almost ruins it for me. But like I pushed on through and just said, you know what? Like everything about this is pretty damn good. And also I would like to mention Xenoblade Chronicles as another really goated RPG game. It's very good. You should go play it. You know, you got the Monado, you got the British kid from the future, telling you about shit that might happen. I'm not gonna say too much about it without spoiling it, but like, you should really check out the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Like in general, they're all pretty good games. I know people say two just kind of like but like outside of the annoying titty debate that like I just do not care about, like it's a pretty good. Yeah, it's a good game. When you ain't got bitches in your ear telling you it's nasty or some shit. It's been like 7 years. Let that shit go. But speaking of games that have been out for a long time, Bloodborne. That's another one of my favorites. Since I'm not really much of like a From Soft kind of gal. Like I know a lot of people do, especially like the lesbos. They love this shit. I mean, I am gay, but like I just kind of like it despite me being gay, not because I am gay. But anyways, Bloodborne is really fucking good since it's like it's a lot more simple compared to like Dark Souls. Like got like I would maybe argue it's probably the easiest because it's the only game I've ever beaten. Maybe Dark Souls 1 I could probably beat, but I'll tell you about that later. But I just love like the whole style and like the way that it has this like gothic ass look to it, and how there's just like a whole bunch of like fucked up like British people that will try to kill you. I mean, it is probably set in like fucking Europe. That's like British. So like uh yeah, I know making fun of British people is the low hanging fruit, but they keep getting mad at it, so it's definitely true. But yeah, unfortunately, Sony will never port this to like the PS5 or PC for some fucking reason because they rather just port The Last of Us like 40 fucking times and like a bunch of other shit that no one cares about, or like a game that came out like literally like 2 weeks ago and make it a remaster. Like, why? This game still has like 30 FPS. Come on, Sony. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Anyways, another game that I would also like to give a shout out for is Near Automata, because I played that recently, and I'm not, again, this is another one of those games that I mentioned earlier that if it makes me cry or makes me think or have an emotion while I'm playing it, then like that's a banger no matter what. Almost close to a 10 even, just because it's like just because the story is just like that insane and just like it just hits me in the goddamn feels, bro. It's just like God damn, y'all gotta play it. It's really good. It's also has like made by developed by Platinum Games, which it has really cool, fun combat, and a couple other series that I'm probably not as big into or talk about as often as Sonic, cause like Sonic, this dude is cool. I don't care what anybody says. I love Sonic, and I will not ever hate this dude. You cannot get me to nothing you can do can make me hate him. Even though some of his games were mid as of recently, they kind of made a comeback. Sonic 3, kind of a peak movie. Not like a perfect one by any means, but I really enjoyed it. And also Shadow the Hedgehog is cool as shit. Again, I don't care what anybody says. He's cool. It's not like 2010 anymore. It's not that cool to shit on Sonic, okay? It's annoying. Let it go. And I also want to shout out to like the Fire Emblem series, which I didn't put here, but because like not as many people like talk about Fire Emblem all that much, but I enjoy it. It's the strategy RPG type of game where you have to manage a bunch of enemy chess pieces and not die. And I just really like the really challenging aspects of keeping an army alive and not making them die, or just sending them all to death, because sending sending in your favorite people die is very very funny, and there's very plenty of like a bunch of rules and stuff that you can do that like is just like you can make challenge yourself and then you only use a specific amount of units, or just do an Iron Man, and if somebody dies, it is what it is. Don't reset. Life does not have a reset button. You cannot reset death. You cannot go back and save them. They die, they die. Your friend is gone. Your family's gone. Everyone you know will eventually die, and you can't go back and save them. Okay, that got a little bit too dark there. That got a little bit too dark there. But one more thing. Any plans for the future? Of course, and I don't really plan on collabs that often or have that many friends play with. I do have friends that I play games with, but just like it's just off stream. We just like talk and vibe and chill. We just do a bunch of autistic things like we always freaking do. And sometimes I just feel like, I wouldn't mind just talking with other like tubers and non VTubers. Just like collab, play some games with. Doesn't have to be like the same kind of games that I like or the popular ones. Just in general. We could just yap. We don't even have to play games. Just collaborate with and do anything that we want. Whatever's within our limitations or something. And so with that, I also want to like, make a community to vibe and thrive with, since, I want it to be very inclusive, like with my community. Like we don't have to, we don't tolerate the intolerance or all that or any ignorant kind of behavior. So I just kind of want to like make a community where everybody can get together. We can all chill and thrive and just yap about. And if I ever do make a community within that, we could just plan community nights with my chat if I ever get any. But that is something I would probably do is like any kind of community nights where we could just play like a bunch of different games, like a bunch of fighting games or party games, board games, all that stuff. Just hanging out with me, you know, just in case. And the fourth thing is learning to sing, because I am an idol. You wouldn't want an idol that doesn't know how to sing and is a fraud, right? You wouldn't want someone to commit fraud. The only like reasonable and okay thing to be a fraud in is tax fraud. But I could never commit tax fraud ever. No, no, seriously, don't commit tax fraud. But yeah, learning to sing would be very cool. Because a lot of YouTubers do sing and are just like, yo, check out my album, check out my mixtape, and I'm just like, damn, I wish I could sing. No, wait, if I could learn to animate, I could learn to sing. So, you know what? I could do that. Maybe if I can make some covers, I will. But again, that ain't happening for a while. So, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But anyways, another thing is to have a channel mascot or a fan name. So anything that would just give me to have like, get to know my community better and get along with them better, and maybe be a little bit parasocial over, is to have like like a mascot or something. I was thinking like maybe like a teddy bear or something, but or something else like that. That's also Crayon theme. But I don't know what kind of nickname I should give to my fans. Like, I'm not the type of person that gives fans names or something like that. It's just not something that I have thought about, like, ever, in any way. Just cause, like, not because I don't think I would ever get fans. It's always, you always start slow, and you grow, and you improve as you go on. So maybe eventually, you could come up with a really cool and interesting fan name, or just call them the Goofy Goobers or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing for ideas here, but in the moment, I got nothing. Maybe in like a month or two, I'll think about it. But for now, I'll think about that. And speaking of like channel stuff, outfits and all colors, because you know the outfit here is very simplistic. Again, one thing is like I can always also improve my art is that, like, again, the model itself is just okay, not bad, but like I feel like there's some physics that can be improved, especially with like the skirt and all that, maybe some eyes or the hair. But for what I had to work with, it's very, it's very fine. For a beginner, anyways. So there's always room for improvement and improving as an artist, because, like, look, if there's something that's way more fucking annoying than just not improving your art, is just saying your art is shit and comparing yourself to others. Like, don't do that, please. Stop comparing yourself to like Leonardo, like Da Vinci. You're not gonna be like him. You never will be. And that's okay. Not because I don't think you will ever not be good, but because you're trying to be someone that you're not. You gotta have your own style, man. Don't try to copy like somebody else. It's fine to have inspiration and all that, see what they do, but you won't exactly do what they do, because it's how you draw things, what your interest is, and like your specific like interests and styles and incantations, how you draw will always be different than anybody else's. You will never be one to one with anyone else unless you trace or use AI. And again, I would rather just learn to draw this shit myself and just make it look kind of ass before I ever touch AI. That's never gonna happen, ever. Maybe maybe if I would like commission an artist to like give me like a cool new model, then like maybe. But again, I'm broke. I'm broke as shit. That ain't happening for now. But anyways, I think that is it. End slide. So if you have any questions you want, then go ahead. Answer them in chat or in the YouTube comment section. And maybe I'll answer them just whenever and get back to you as soon as I can. I'm always down for like answering any kind of questions that y'all would have. And so, for that, thank you for listening to my my TED Talk, my slides that I took like about like 20 minutes making and kind of rushed through as I was making them. So thank you so much for joining me in that slides adventure. And because I don't usually stream on Mondays, it's just not my like type of like my type of days that I would normally have. Uh-oh. Ignore that. Ignore the fact that I was floating for like 12 seconds. But yeah. As for right now, normally I would stream for like a bit longer, but today I just kind of don't feel like it. I just kind of wanted to show off my debut with my model and all that. And again, uh all done by me. The background isn't though. I just got it offline. But everything else I will probably plan within like the following weeks or so, and especially after the stream. So thank you for stopping by. And if you're just lurking, then that's fine. And hey, um, and I can't wait to like be able to like stream again and just make this a lot more fun. And so with that, I would have to say goodbye. And we will be here again tomorrow with PS Tuesday. That's my favorite day. Cause I don't know. I don't know why I specifically made Tuesday a streaming day, since nobody ever really streams on. Okay, well, people do stream on Tuesdays, but like it's just the type of day that like nobody likes to think about. It's just the type of day that's just like you just sit there and you chill. I guess like what do you do on a Tuesday? Like it's not a special day of any kind. So that's why I picked Tuesday as the PS Tuesday. So we're just gonna be playing some PS2 games, maybe GameCube or something like that. Basically any sixth generation console games that I could possibly find. And with that, no, we're just going to end the stream in just a little bit. It's a lot more of the shorter side, considering that like again, I don't stream on Mondays. It's just not my day. And there's not really a whole lot for me that I would like to do after this. I'm just simply gonna go and eat some like chicken or some shit because I'm very hungry and almost didn't eat all day. So let me see. There should be one more thing before I leave. One more person that we will just be rating before I leave. Before this debut comes to an end. Alright, alright. I'm just going to pick a random ass channel to just parade here. There's not gonna be like any particular like different like shit that I would have. Just whatever. Just literally whatever I got here. Um anyone in following or so? I don't know. So yeah, I think I will be able to like see y'all very much soon. Again, Tuesday, I'm gonna be streaming PS2 two games. So thank you for joining me once again, and I hope you all have a very good Monday. Uh, not much else. Not much else I gotta say. But bye bye. Bye. I'm gonna go raid somebody. Be nice. Okay. Goodbye.